Tonka, how are you?
¿Cómo estoy bien?
No, qué bueno.
Well, more or less. How are you? You have a new haircut.
Yes,
Yeah, nice.
too hot.
How are you?
We are good.
Everyone, say hi to everyone.
Nos manda saludos a todos.
No, yeah. I
Ah,
mean, and Nastya and Indrek.
Tonka. Hello back.
Okay. Mm, So, That's- the situation is very serious, Caesar. Very, very serious. And I'm not even kidding you. Like, I drove myself into a corner and I just keep getting hit left and right. But it's funny because the other day I was driving back to work and I was like really, really upset. And I'm driving in my car and I'm crying and I'm like bawling, snots and everything. And I thought maybe this is a good time to do some inquiry. And it's so interesting. Like you can be at the same time super, super upset, but there's this, I don't know, it feels like it's above everything. That's sees everything and is peaceful. Like, okay, Tonka is crying, but it's okay. And so now I keep practicing in different situations, and it's really, really interesting, like the results that you get. And then that was day one, and the second day I was still very, very upset. And then I figured, well, what to do about it? Like, if it has to be, it's gonna be whatever it's going to be. And I realized trying to get myself out of that situation, like I'm pushing to do this and that, but it feels like the more I push, the more it pushes back. So figure out, um, I'm I'm gonna have to surrender to whatever it is. So the today's subject is surrender. And and I'm like, I surrender, but the next minute I'm pushing and fighting again. So it's like back and there. But the funny thing is that moment when I decided, okay, I'm going to surrender. So if I have to die, I'm gonna die. It is what it is. And then and then like all the thoughts and worries, uh, when they disappeared, it's quite peaceful. And I went to the beach and had a lovely day. And but it's my surrender is very, very unstable. Like one moment I'm very, very peaceful, and then then the next moment I'm panicking again. But
not.
overall,
Well,
overall, it is better, even though nothing is better. So yeah, let's talk about that.
see, there is something that's the first part of the conversation. There is something that that it is completely unaffected by whoever's mental or physical activity.
Yes.
And that is no other than one's own self. It's like an enduring background of silence, right? Which is
Yes.
effortlessly, and it is aware or conscious, and it is awareness or consciousness itself.
It is aware of consciousness itself.
It is awareness or consciousness itself. Whichever word we want to use to refer to it, awareness or consciousness. Nowadays, as far as I'm concerned, I would like to use the word consciousness. And it is there, it's permanently there, and it is oneself, it is what we actually are. We are both. We are consciousness and we are the mind. But we believe to be only the mind and the body. If we are not the body, means we are not only this body. One's reality is not limited to a particular name and form. All names and forms are consciousness because they don't exist separately, independently from consciousness, right?
Can you repeat they don't exist?
Independently, separately from consciousness.
Okay.
Nothing exists without consciousness. It's impossible. For something to be there, there must be
Yes.
consciousness. Okay, correct.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
good. So we are both, but we are only aware of ourselves as the ego, not as the self.
Yes.
Okay? Now, when you are only aware of yourself as the ego, then all this battle takes place. The controlling mechanism is between me and what is.
Yes.
And if I surrender, I don't surrender really because I surrender expecting something out of it.
How you think I'm expecting something?
No, not you. In general.
Okay.
Okay. So, when you say you experience peace, it may be the stillness of the mind, the quiet mind. Peace is the self. The mind can be quiet or still, or it can be active, agitated. Now, when the mind is still, not my Spanish is getting into my English again. My, yeah, still. Still.
Still.
Yeah.
Yeah. A spirit. Yeah,
Yeah.
we're used to we're used to that. Bernie and I used to text each other with, like, do you want some spaghettis? And yeah, and my spirit is very calm.
Anyway,
Sorry. Anyway, yes.
so
When the mind is quiet, you were
when the
saying.
mind is quiet or still, then it becomes obvious the presence of the background of the alive, silent, conscious background.
Yes. But the funny thing is, my mind was not quiet, not for a moment. Like it went on, like, like it was running wild. But at the same time, I'm looking at that mess, and this is me, this is I, and this is I. Like it's me both. But the mind never went quiet. But still,
Okay, okay.
I,
The-
it, the other me observing the situation was very, very peaceful and quiet, like not judging, not like like feeling it's everything is like okay, whatever it is.
The consciousness isn't affected by the quantity or the quality of physical or mental activity.
Yes.
It's not that it doesn't care, it's just that it is not affected. Consciousness doesn't experience anything. It cannot be called experiencer. The experiencer is the mind. Experiencer, knower, etc., etc., etc. Consciousness simply is. So what happened is that somehow the inquiry must go on, in your case, spontaneously or effortlessly, automatically. So despite of the quality of mental activity, still you can be in touch, so to speak, with the background, with your own self.
Yes.
Yes. Now, more you become aware that that is your reality, then less mental struggle you experience and more you let go of the ego controlling mechanism.
Yes.
Because the controlling mechanism is exactly what is covering the knowledge of yourself as you actually are.
Yes, that's it. The controlling mechanism, the control. The thing is about like it's trying to control this situation quite
This is
quite
why
unsuccessfully. Yes.
this is why this movement of the mind is called egocentric, because it's ego-centered. It's centered in the ego because I want to be in control, because I want to benefit somehow from the situation, right? I need to profit from it. Hmm?
Yeah, or to fix the situation or whatever. Yeah.
Well, because it suits me. Otherwise, why would I like to control it?
Yes.
So somehow it is beneficial for me. Because what the mind wants is pleasure, comfort, pleasantness. And the mind interprets that as peace. So do not disturb me, right? Do not bother me. What happens is that when the mind experiences pleasure, it becomes still. And the actual peace that the mind is experiencing is the peace of the self, which is its reality. It's what the mind actually is, or what the mind really is.
I'm starting to see the thoughts like separate entities. I used to like I can see the difference in not identifying with the thoughts as much.
That's different because they are not separate. They are very much within you.
Yeah, they are within me, but like
But you are not limited to it. That's the whole point. Your sense of self stop being based on thought.
yes, yes, like they can come and go, but they are one, not necessarily true.
None of
You
them.
know, they're not.
The seed of the thought is also a thought.
Sorry, what?
The seed of the thoughts
Is also the thought.
is also a thought. So none of them are real. Neither the thought nor the thinker, which is the seed of the thought.
it's very strange. It's like everything right now is a bit like falling apart, like like before, this me thing used to be like one solid block, very defined, even my body, my character, everything. But now it's like it's starting to dissipate. Yeah, like I'm like, I think this is me, but then I realize it's just the thought who I am, and is it really so or not? You know what I mean?
How can it be if it appears and disappears? If it changes all the time? Which one is me? The happy one, the sad one, the 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 depressed one, the painful one, the angry one, the jealous one, which one is I? None of them. Really.
Yes. There seems to be a continuity. So we think I'm like this or I'm like that, like I'm good, I'm bad, I'm successful, unsuccessful. I don't know, like talented or not, whatever.
They're just thoughts.
And yes, which is really, really strange
But
because you
you are,
used to.
yeah, that's what is happening. Like you are becoming aware that the mind is nothing but thought, and that what you are is actually the background where the thoughts are playing. The,
Yes,
the consciousness where thoughts appears and disappears. And
yes.
that consciousness is completely unaffected, again, neither by the quantity nor the quality of the thought.
But right now, it feels like uh, this idea of who I am is starting to fall apart, and there's a dose of fear to let go, to let myself fall apart totally. There's like, what am I going to do? Even, which is funny, even the stuff that is not good for me, like that is not beneficial, the ideas about myself, who am I and what am I, and I can see there are some like deeply ingrained negative thoughts about myself that I have been thinking that's me, and even those are hard to let go because if it's all just thought, like you can let it go like this, everything, all your problems, everything, and just like, and it's all gone.
Well,
But it's so persistent. It's just like, I mean, I can see it. It's just like it's nothing. But no, I'm like so tightly holding to those ideas still.
what are the problems and the one that has the problems in deep sleep?
I don't understand that. You keep repeating that deep sleep, but I
Have you experienced deep sleep?
I don't like
No,
I have.
no dreams.
Yes.
Okay. Then what is the experience there of anything in deep sleep?
There is no, I don't know. I have no idea. Where is it?
They disappear.
It disappears, yeah.
So the problems and the experiences of problem appear and disappear, both of them. So they are not real.
Ah,
But
aha.
but you are there, obviously. You exist in deep sleep. Obviously, as something different than body and mind.
It appears and disappears.
How can
So
it?
it's not real.
It's not real. Real has to be something that is permanent. And that which is permanent is the one that is present, okay, when everything appears and disappears. See, consciousness is present in the presence and in the absence of phenomenon in general.
How do I know it exists?
How can you deny your existence in deep sleep? Even if you say yes, you must exist to deny your existence.
Damn. Yeah. It's,
You
it's very
all
confusing.
No, it's not confusing. This is very clarifying because it is clear that you are that always. Who is aware of the awakened state? I. Who is aware of the dream state? I. And who is aware of deep sleep? I. So I is present. He is ever present, no matter the mental state that is taking place. So you are
But
the
there is no awareness of deep sleep.
what do you
I
mean?
mean, I don't know any.
No,
How?
there is nothing in deep sleep. So your awareness, you're aware of nothing, only of yourself. But it is not clear in deep sleep because the mind is covering you with a veil of ignorance, which is the mind in a state of total ignorance, total darkness. That's the veiling power of the mind, deep sleep. And the awakened state and dream state is the projecting power of the mind. See, and that power of the mind covers your reality and doesn't allow you to know yourself as you actually are. So powerful is the mind. That powerful is the mind. So in deep sleep, there is no mind, there is no body, there is no world. How do I know that? I must be there. So the unconscious state or unaware state doesn't exist. What we call unawareness or unconsciousness is a mental state, is the absence of mind. Because the consciousness that is this now and disappear later, it cannot be real neither. It must be a relative consciousness that has relative existence. That depend on an absolute consciousness who knows the other one that comes and goes. Make sense?
Not really.
No,
To be honest, no. I don't. That's a bit too advanced for me right now.
this is the basic knowledge that
Well, yeah. What can I say?
never appears and disappears is not real. If it
But
appears,
the whole world appears and disappears.
then it's not real. The experiencer of the world also appears and disappears.
So
Well,
who creates the world?
the mind is a thought form. It's a mental creation. It's a mental projection. It's an image. It's an imagination, right? That's the mind.
But it's a beautiful creation.
It depends.
Well, the way I see it.
Yes. When everything goes nice.
Sorry, what?
When everything goes in the right direction.
And actually, like the more I do the inquiry, the 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 more beautiful things seem around me. I don't know why. I, I I don't know it. Yeah, seems kind of magical, and especially the nature, like the trees. I don't know why, but like if I do the inquiry, looking at the trees,
In the
And I remember in Thailand walking around the jungle all the time.
inquiry, you stop
It doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter.
looking.
I'm just
In
it
the
just
inquiry means I don't look at anything but myself.
but that's the thing. That's the thing. When I look at the trees. Remember like the other day I told you I was looking at the sea. And then I look at the trees and it seems like we're made of the same stuff. I don't know how to put it otherwise. You know? Like it's like we're one thing, more or less.
Yeah, but this is a mental state. I told you about it. That the,
Okay.
that means that the seer and the seen are one, and this one is the mind. Again, what is the tree and the seer of the tree, and the idea of being made of the same essence in deep sleep? One. Because you like the tree, that means that it produces a pleasant sensation, right? It's a pleasant experience. Then the mind becomes quiet. That's it.
Okay.
That's what is happening. But the inquiry is, it's not that you are not aware of the surroundings, but you pay attention to the one that appears to be aware.
The one that appears to be aware.
Yes. I, meaning by I, Tonka. See? Tonka is not aware. The body doesn't even know that it exists. The body doesn't say I. That which appears in the body as I is the mind.
Okay. I'll try to do that.
The inquiry, the attention is completely on the subject, on the seer, on the knower, experiencer, the thinker, the seemingly conscious self.
That's what I do with the inquiry. Yes.
When attention goes on the subject, the seer, the thinker, or experiencer, the mind keeps quiet. Means thoughts disappear. Thoughts means objects because what I think about is an object, whether I consider it to be a problem or not. And then when the subject is free from thoughts, which is a thought, the thought I am the body, I am Tonka. If that thought is isolated from all the thoughts, it cannot stand. And then it sinks in the background, right? It is already in the background. Sinking is just a way of speech because it was never outside or inside. It is actually that. It's neither separate from that or united or one with that. It's that itself.
But it's everything.
Yes. The mind is everything.
The mind.
Yes. And if the mind is everything, then, and if the mind is not separate from the self is everything also.
Yes, everything.
Mhm. In deep sleep, the mind is gone. So what is there? Nothing.
That's also that.
Yes. So the mind is everything and nothing. The self is beyond. It's neither everything, neither is nothing. This is why I say why people say that consciousness is nothing or nothingness.
Yeah, okay. Thank you, Caesar.
Mhm. As you rightly said, in a moment I can forget it all and there are no problems. Why? Because I am not thinking about the object that I blame to be the cause of the problem. That is the problem for me. That is the object, and I am the subject. When the attention falls on the object disappears, not physically, right? But mentally.
Definitely not. Yeah.
And because the mind exists only in association, identification, attachment with an object, without the object, it cannot stand. And then the thought I disappear. The thought I am the body disappear. So there is another I that remains. See, which neither appears nor disappears. See?
Still, you need a mind to function in the world.
Yes. But to know yourself, no.
Yes.
Because you know yourself by being yourself.
Which I already am,
And
right?
the self means yourself means consciousness, yes. Which
I mean, I already am.
means effortlessly. permanently and
Yes,
independently from everything.
yes.
On the contrary, everything depends on you. Without you, nothing can be. But you can be without anything, like in deep sleep. This is why it's fundamental to know who am I. Then the illusion is no longer a problem.
And now when I look at it, it seems that the whole world wakes up and goes to sleep
Yes,
at the same time.
yes. As a mental state, awakened state, dream state, deep sleep state, and mental states.
Yeah,
They alternate and contradict each other. And consciousness is the witness of these three mental states. All that collectively is the mind. All these three states and all what is contained in it is the mind, not only thought.
yeah. Right now, like I can see this world like I don't know, like waking up and going to sleep on the other hand, but on one hand, but on the other hand, there is still the old, like the usual, perception, and these things, two things contradict each other. You know what I mean? There's
The thought is
the world, and there's me in the world, and
the
this
need.
is me, Tonka, but then there is this.
When you believe to be Tonka, the world is something outside of yourself,
Yes,
outside of you, separate from you, different
yes,
from you. And there is a conflict between your ideas and the actuality of life as it is. If they contradict your ideas, then you don't feel good. If it goes along with your ideas, then you feel okay. But this is right, this is wrong, this is good, this is bad. All that depends upon your preconceived ideas of what is good and bad, your memory, imprints, right?
yes. I'm talking more about the separation, the feeling of separation between me and the world and everything else.
We are talking about the same thing. Without the sense of separation, there is no likes and dislikes, or good or bad, or right or wrong. There must be two, one separate from the other, different from the other, independent from the other, better or worse than the other.
And that's what I try to tell you. Like when I'm looking at the trees, I don't feel that sense of separation. It dis I mean, it disappears for a while
Yes,
and then it comes back.
because you like the tree, but if you look at a piece of crap on the floor, then the sense of separation comes back.
I did even that. I even did that. I did like looking even at some dirt on the floor. I even I did exactly that experiment. Like, is it because I like the trees? Now, if I look at the dirt on the floor, and you're right, it's not the same. It changes, but still, like, looking at something and wondering, who am I and how am I separate from this?
So then you are limiting the experience of non-separation by the presence of a particular object.
Can you repeat that last sentence,
You are
please?
limiting the experience of non-separation by depending on a particular object called tree. Now, if you are perceiving through the senses the surrounding, but the attention is focused on the perceiver, and then you will have the same experience of non-separation.
I'm experimenting here and there a little bit. I'm having fun with it. It's really, it's really, I
Interesting.
find it very,
Fascinating. If inquiry is understood and is done properly, it's fascinating.
yes. Now, yes. And now I remember you kept saying when we were in Thailand, like, keep to yourself, keep to yourself. And now I see why. Yeah, it's fun. I'm gonna mute myself.
Hmm?
I'm gonna mute myself.
Okay.
Bye.
Okay.
See ya.
Okay.
Yeah.
Debo partir de ahora, dejar solo para no depender de ti. La mejor de las suertes. A ver qué tal. La atención es mente. Nada, ¿qué se puede hacer? Debería alcanzar la mente de todas maneras. ¿Y qué va a hacer la mente solo o sola? ¿Y cómo habría de hacer nada independientemente de la conciencia? Paciencia, paciencia, paciencia.
Buenas tardes. Eh, Hoy decía usted que ver la ausencia de pensamientos, pero hoy luego ya no entendí, que tenía muy mal internet. Decía usted que primero se veía el silencio como un objeto, después una especie de vacío. Y después lo de la ausencia de los pensamientos, pero dijo algo respecto a que algo que no entendí, por eso le quería preguntar.
Que no ve nada.
Ajá,
Están viendo la ausencia de pensamientos y piensan que ese es el estado natural y no lo es, porque todavía está el observador de nada. El observador sigue siendo un pensamiento. Silencio es aquello que se revela cuando ese pensamiento, cuando el pensador, observador, desaparece. Y desaparece en ese silencio mismo. El silencio primero se ve como un objeto, luego como un vacío, pero digo, no puede ser un vacío, no puede ser un objeto porque no le veo la forma, entonces digo que es un vacío. Luego, tal cual y como es, se reconoce tal cual y como es, no como lo que yo veo, sino como lo que yo soy. No soy el conocedor del trasfondo, soy el trasfondo. ¿Sí me explico?
ya va. Sí, ya bajó la mano.
Ya. Me pidieron que abriera el micrófono. ¿Alguna pregunta? Gerardo.
Sí, yo.
No.
¿Se me escucha? ¿Sí me escuchas, Sus?
Sí,
Buenas noches. Bueno, es la primera vez que hablo contigo. Em, He estado haciendo la autoindagación estas últimas semanas, tal y como tú lo dices, em, y creo que he percibido algunos cambios, pero siento que antes lo que yo hacía era más como, bueno, escuché una transmisión muy antigua tuya en tu canal donde decías que no era conveniente hacerla con los ojos cerrados y yo lo hacía y creo que era más una meditación que realmente estar contemplando o sintiendo lo que tenga que pasar. Entonces yo lo hacía con los ojos cerrados y realmente no percibía nada hasta estas semanas que ya lo hice con los ojos abiertos, pero sí percibí ciertas cosas extrañas, no sé, como no sé, como que mi campo visual se tornaba de un color diferente. No sé si eso tenga que ver con que siga habiendo ahí un experimentador que obviamente ve eso. O incluso ver que todo se movía como si se derritiera, porque como si nada fuera sólido. Eh, y sí, después de eso había como un trasfondo de silencio, pero como que todavía hay algo en mí que lo quiere objetivizar, por decirlo así, que piensa que tiene que tener un punto como, como que tiene que ser algo para que yo diga es eso y no dudar, no sé si me estoy explicando.
soy eso. Es decir, que todos los fenómenos son cambiantes.
Ujú.
El observador también. Pero eso no, eso es permanente. Eso no cambia. No sufre modificaciones. No tiene nombre, no tiene forma. Es permanente, constante, continuo. Su existencia es ininterrumpida. Su estado natural, silencio. Aún así, consciente.
Pero s- eso lo entiendo hasta cierto punto, pero sigue estando como que lo sigo viendo como otro, como que no, supongo que la mente todavía no se sumerge al 100 o no sé, y como que es una duda, es algo que no.
Esa duda desaparece, que duda desaparece. Porque la mente quiere algo todavía.
Sí, sí.
¿Mm? Todavía tiene una inquietud. No está, no está genuinamente, no está completamente quieta. Relativamente quieta. Aun cuando la mente está relativamente quieta, se puede hacer evidente la presencia de la conciencia. Cuando está absolutamente quieta, se sumerge en esa conciencia y se sabe que se es esa conciencia, no, no el que la experimenta o la vio, el que la conoce. Paciencia. Al llegar a ese punto ya es bastante, si se quiere. La mente está esperando que la mente desaparezca. ¿Me sigues?
Sí, sí, sí.
Entonces no está completamente quieta. Todavía tiene una inquietud, una expectativa. ¿Mm?
Sí, creo que es eso. Sí.
El conocimiento de la conciencia solamente sucede cuando la mente está despierta, aún así completamente quieta. Desaparece quiere decir el sentido de separación entre la mente y la conciencia. La mente se queda quieta y se sumerge en la conciencia. La conciencia donde se sumerge se revela. ¿Ok?
Sí.
Y luego se revela el hecho de que la mente y la conciencia no son dos entidades separadas. La analogía de la sal y el mar. Cuando tiras la sal en el mar, la sal no desaparece, se disuelve.
Ujú.
No se convierte tampoco en el mar, ni se hace uno con el mar. Y siempre fue el mar. Parecía que fuera una entidad separada, ¿sí? Diferente, distinta e independiente. Sí, que ella apareció sola por su propia cuenta y que existió por...
Sí, yo creo que es más esa tendencia que tengo de, como dices tú, es una expectativa que pienso que va a pasar algo o no sé, cuando ya es,
Y ya es, la
eh,
conciencia no es algo que va a suceder,
exactamente,
simplemente ya es. Lo que va a suceder es el darse cuenta de que ya es y de que ya uno es esa conciencia.
sí.
Si la mente se duerme, entonces se oscurece el conocimiento de la conciencia. Tiene que estar quieta o no así, despierta, alerta,
Sí.
¿sí? Muy alerta, pero completamente quieta. Si se activa, ¿verdad? Corriendo detrás de algo, sus propios deseos, cubre la conciencia. Si se atonta, cubre la conciencia inclusive si no se queda dormida por completo. Esa es la frustración de la mente, que la mente no desaparece. Y quiere hacer algo para que desaparezca, porque quiere experimentar su propia no existencia. Es una de las últimas trampas de la mente. La conciencia ya está allí. ¿Mm? Independientemente de la que la mente haga, de que esté despierta o dormida o activa, sin hacer un esfuerzo, simplemente ya es. Y es libre de esfuerzo, no tiene que hacer un esfuerzo para ser. Los otros fenómenos que estás describiendo es simplemente una demostración de lo ilusorio de la mente, de lo inconsistente de la mente.
Entonces, no, digo, no quiero hablar de tiempo porque es alargar todavía eso, ¿no? Pero ya solo falta que se disuelva por completo esa duda, lo que sea.
Correcto. De ser el conocedor de la conciencia a ser la conciencia. De morar en ella a ser ella. Porque todavía pareciera que es Gerardo el que es consciente, ¿verdad? De ello.
Sí.
La idea yo soy Gerardo desaparece, es decir, el conocedor desaparece. ¿Sí? Y quedas como lo conocido. Es decir, conocimiento de ti mismo, lo conocido es ti mismo. No lo conoces siéndolo. ¿Sí?
Sí. Entonces, a seguir autoindagando hasta que ese yo ya no, ya no esté, ¿no?
Correcto.
Lo decías en tus primeras charlas, es como una olla con agua hirviendo hasta que esa agua se evapora por completo y ya no hay ya Ah,
La indagación continúa hasta que el ego desaparezca. Y mientras no desaparezca por completo, se sugiere, no es obligatorio, pero se sugiere estar en contacto de alguna u otra manera con alguien que sepa de lo que está. ¿Qué parte de México?
yo, el estado se llama Querétaro.
¿Perdón?
Querétaro, muchas R's.
Ah,
Tiene muchas R's.
Querétaros.
No, es Querétaro, nada más.
Querétaro.
Sí.
¿Y la ciudad se llama?
¿Mm?
¿La ciudad se llama?
La capital es Santiago, Santiago de Querétaro.
Bien,
Bueno, creo que esa era mi pregunta.
muy bien.
Sí. También creo que he notado ya bastante que sí ha habido un desapego o desidentificación bastante ya por la forma. Entonces, no
Vale.
sé, igual.
Cuidado con eso también, porque o hay identificación o no hay identificación. Es como decir, sería como yo a veces bromeo, digo, bueno, estoy menos embarazado o estoy más embarazado. O hay ego o no hay ego,
Sí,
o hay
sí,
identificación o no hay identificación. Lo que hay es más desasociación con los pensamientos, con los objetos,
sí, sí,
pero todavía la identificación como el sujeto está allí.
sí, tal cual, tal cual.
No, 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 lo que dices es cierto. La forma como lo expresas, hay que tener cuidado.
Ujú. Bueno, creo que eso era todo, César.
Muy bien, muy bien.
Gracias,
No,
gracias.
no le guste. Bien, 10 de la noche lo dejamos por hoy. Nos vemos mañana.